It's 11:40 Wednesday night, which is actually the earliest I've been done with an edit in, I don't know, how long? When's the last time I finished before one?
I don't remember.
It's been a long time since I've been done with an edit this early. But throughout the day, I have been buried under Raichu screenshots. First, it was Raichus with square-tip tails, showing me that all your Raichus were female, which I talked about in the episode because mine were earlier today. But now, it seems like all Raichu sprites have been changed back to males with a pointy tail. The screenshots that I'm getting now are of Christmas Raichu with white hats. My initial thought was that it was some kind of graphical glitch and that the texture didn't load properly, but it's happening for everyone, which makes me think they've changed the texture slightly on the model. Why it was changed, I can't say, but my theory is that they might be doing some more testing with different forms, and it could be related to shiny Pokemon, to genders, to anything like that they're testing now. So throughout the course of the day, I'm sure you all noticed because you're all tweeting it at me, everyone's Raichus underwent gender reassignment surgery and changed their hats. On top of that, users on both Android and iOS are being forced to update to the latest version, 0.53.1. When Niantic forces users to update, it's because they're about to roll something out that requires you to have code and assets that are in the most recent update file. So that means that something very big is coming very soon. It could be shinies, it could be genders, it could be Gen 2, but we'll find out soon enough. Now when I wake up tomorrow morning to upload this video, if there's any huge news, I'll make an amendment, and you'll find out right after this. But if there's no news yet, then the video will continue as normal, and I'll update you guys as soon as something happens. But I'm pretty excited. All signs are pointing to something very big, coming very soon. I want to take a little break from all the update, the Gen 2 hype, to talk about something a little bit more serious. Not depressing serious. Serious in a good way. This is just something kind of cool that I wanted to talk about that Niantic is doing. Right now in Davos, Switzerland, the World Economic Forum is going on. The World Economic Forum is kind of this gathering of rich and powerful... Sorry, I just wanted to come somewhere a little quieter to talk about this. The World Economic Forum is sort of a gathering of powerful people from around the world that aims to bring them together so that they can talk about ideas for the future, ways to improve the state of humanity over the next year or many years. So you see a lot of political and economic leaders from around the world, a lot of celebrities, philanthropists all coming here, sort of to this South by Southwest for rich people who care about the future. It takes place in Davos, Switzerland every year, and this year Niantic has set up 17 Pokestops and a gym in Davos, where the forum is taking place. Each of the 17 Pokestops represents one of the UN's global goals for sustainable development, which the goals include eliminating hunger and poverty around the world, creating global gender equality, reducing carbon emissions, creating a sustainable future for humanity and for the planet. So I just think it's really cool to see Niantic participating in spreading awareness of these goals, especially in a place like the World Economic Forum where a lot of powerful people are present. Now, I don't know how many of those world leaders and celebrities are actually playing Pokemon GO and who are going to see these global goals, Pokestops or gym. But Niantic did tweet a photo of Saw Gerrera, known in this universe as Forrest Whitaker, with one of the Pokestops. The point of the project is to raise awareness, which is definitely working because I'm here talking about it with all of you. And Niantic has announced that starting in spring of this year, there will be some more in-game content related to the global goals, so I'm kind of looking forward to that, to see what they do with the game on a widespread scale, just to raise awareness for this kind of stuff. That's Cassie. Food's probably ready. So yeah, it's just really cool to see Niantic participating in this. I'm really looking forward to see what else they have in store for us. I gotta go eat. I'll also link to some resources on global goals in the description, so you can go check those out if you want to learn more about the campaign and what's going on in the world. check the nest atlas. Found a Charmander nest not too far from the house at Houghton Park in North Long Beach. First stop, check it out. There's already a pair of them right here. Cluster spawns all over this park. Right here next to the skate park. Look at that. 4 on sightings right now. I thought this helicopter was going to be the gym, but it's actually the mural across the street, which is still cool, but it's a helicopter. I could have just looked at the gym and I would have known, which has a jinx in it, which I think is really cool. So shout out to Frank Instinct for putting a jinx on top of a gym. I was going to do an experiment with my eggs since I had one 10K that I picked up in Puente Hills the other day, but I just picked up another 10K here and I don't know which is which now. So I'm going to put one in my infinite incubator, and I know that's a terrible idea. You should never do that. Always use your infinite for 2K eggs, but I'm going to put the other one in a regular incubator. And now I'm just going to keep track of them and see where they go as they switch positions back and forth, because the latest theory is that eggs are ordered by the distance from the Pokestop where you picked them up. So if I go somewhere that's closer to Puente Hills than it is to Long Beach, the eggs should switch, and whichever one I picked up there should be on top. And then if I come back closer to Long Beach, they should switch back. Well, I'm not going towards Puente Hills today, but maybe tomorrow or the next episode we'll go back that way. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep track. I'll keep you guys updated, and we'll see what happens. And these are about to hatch, but I might as well start incubating everything else too. More Charmander clusters. One thing I want to talk about is that, well, I guess we should do it after I catch these, because I have to show you. Okay, check this out. It seems like since yesterday's video, Niantic made another change to Pikachus, and now every Pikachu is male with a square tail. See, there's the one 396 that had a female heart-shaped tail yesterday, and keep going, all male Pikachus. But now, every Raichu is female. Raichu with a squared tip at the end of its tail is a female Raichu. So what that tells me is that Pokemon don't actually have genders assigned yet, but rather Niantic's probably just playing with the sprites. Maybe they realized their mistake and switched it back and accidentally switched all the Raichus to female in the process, because Raichu did look like that at the beginning when the game launched. As of now, it looks like they've changed it back, although, you know, But it definitely seems like they're in some kind of late stage testing for rolling out gender differences to Pokemon Go. Also looking at the eggs now, the one in the Infinite is lower, so I'm guessing that's the one that I picked up the other day, and the one in the regular incubator is the one from here, but we'll see. We'll see as we move around. Alright, it's starting to get pretty cold and a little windy. It seems like the rain might start soon. So we're gonna go to another park. So this is the other park. It's DeForest Park. It's actually right down the street from Houghton Park, which is why I wanted to come here. It hasn't been updated in 2 nest migrations, but clearly at one point it was an Aber nest. So I'm curious to see what Pokemon is here now. Right off the bat, I'm gonna say it's probably Cubone, considering there are 3 of them just here in the parking lot. Cassie has a headache, so she's gonna stay in the car, but she put a lure on, so at least she'll be catching some Pokemon too. I'm just gonna walk up and down, probably not the whole way, but maybe just down to those next 2 Pokestops, turn around, see if I can find some Cubones, and just confirm this report on the Sylph Road's Nest Atlas. It looks like I wouldn't be able to go much further, even if I wanted to. But here's the Cubone. So that's 4 Cubones. I didn't find any between here and the parking lot, and I think only 1 or 2 Pokemon spawned in between here anyway. Well, they were actually right at the Pokestop there, so not a ton of spawn points here at DeForest Park, which sounds like DeForest Park, which I urge you not to do. But I also went and I hopped over to OpenStreetMap and checked out this trail. It's marked blue, which represents a mixed-use trail. I think that means that, you know, it's a walking trail, it's a biking trail, and it's really just the trail that borders the riverbed here. And, you know, you can ride your bike from Downey all the way down to the beach here. But I have heard from some people that they've found increased spawns along blue trails. So, just out of curiosity, I'm gonna walk back towards the parking lot on this side of the park along the trail here. I'm not actually going to go into the riverbed because then I'll get stuck over there and I won't be able to get back into the park. On OpenStreetMap, the trail isn't technically part of the park. It's not contained within the borders of the park. But, you know, that doesn't mean that there aren't spawn points. But I'm just going to walk here inside the park, in range of the trail, and just see if anything spawns. Well, there's one. There's one right along the piece of the trail that is in the park. And there's another one, Krabby, right on the trail. And it looks like that's right where it connects to the outside of the park. Or to the riverbed trail, I should say. So that's 2 Pokemon spawning on a blue trail from OpenStreetMap. Haven't seen any more spawns. Wait, something just spawned, but my egg's hatching. I want to see where this is. It's probably actually at the Pokestops. Another Igglybuff. Yeah, it's just right out here. So not on the trail. Well, here's one more Cubone. I'm gonna say 5 Cubones out of the 10 or 12 Pokemon that I saw spawn in the park is pretty good evidence that it's a nest. I just want to close this one out by saying someone brought it to my attention that the licenses listed in the About Pokemon Go section are the things that went into the development of the app itself, the client, the Pokemon Go client that you have on your phone, and that Niantic might not necessarily need to credit OpenStreetMap if they're using it on the server side. I mean, they would need to credit it somewhere, but maybe not within the game client itself. So I guess that moves OpenStreetMap back into the possible category in terms of things that are affecting spawns in Pokemon Go. I'm going to report this nest to the Sylph Road. Someone else, if you're in the area, of course, come check it out. Make sure you go to Houghton Park 2. Tons of Charmanders over there. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you learned a little bit from it. I'll see you tomorrow.